Are there rishis too who appear in both epics? There is a rishi Durvasa who appears everywhere and is famous for his curses. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm reading book Devlok Devdutt Patnayak, and I was started reading part 25. So let's continue. But in the Mahabharata, he gives Kunti a boon by which she can call any god and beget a child by him. In the Ramayana, he appears twice. He is Rishi Atri and his wife Anusuya's son. When Ram and Sita are going to the jungle, he predicts that they will separate. In the Uttar Ramayana, there is a very interesting story. Ram tells Lakshman that he wants solitude. Lakshman stands guard at the door and promises to behead any intruder. Rishi Durvasa comes to meet Ram. When Lakshman bars the way, Durvasa insists. He says if he isn't allowed to meet Ram right then, he'll curse Ayodhya. This puts Lakshman in a moral dilemma. Dharma Sankat? And he decides Ayodhya is more important. So he opens the door and tells Ram that Rishi Durvasa has come to visit him. Ram asks to meet him, but when Lakshman turns around, Durvasa isn't there. When Lakshman tells Ram he decided to open the door for the sake of Ayodhya, Ram approves and says, "You should always be in the service of Ayodhya, not me." Then Ram says, "But now you'll have to behead yourself according to your promise." Lakshman is shocked. Ram tells him that as descendants of Raghukul, they must keep their word. It is said that Lakshman then takes Samadhi. This is the story of his death. Ram imparts two pieces of wisdom here: that you should always serve Ayodhya and not give your word so casually. Any others gods and goddesses that appear in both? There are many and they are spread everywhere. They are not connected with any one yoke. The Vedic gods Indra, Surya, Vayu are seen in the both Ramayana and the Mahabharata. In the Ramayana, Hanuman is Vayuputra, Sugriv is Suryaputra, Vali is Indraputra. In the Mahabharata, it is Bhim, Karna and Arjun, respectively, who are the sons of Vayu, Surya and Indra. Were there any Rakshasas common to both? There is Vibhishan, who is also called Chiranjeevi. In the Ramayana, Vibhishan becomes the king of Lanka and marries Mandodari. In the Mahabharata, he comes for the coronation ceremony of Yudhishthir, where he says that he'll touch Krishna's feet but not Yudhishthir's because he is a mere human. He used to touch Ram's feet earlier, who was Vishnu's avatar. To expose Vibhishan's conceit, Krishna touches Yudhishthir's feet, referring to him as his elder brother. This is as though Krishna is challenging Vibhishan for making this an ego issue. Then Vibhishan also bows to Yudhishthir. How does Shiv appear in both? The Ramayana is said to have come first from Shiv's mouth. The Adi Ramayana was narrated by Shiv to Shakti, which was heard by the crow Kagbhusundi, and then it spread from there. Ram worships Shiv and he is said to have established the Rameshwar temple in Tamil Nadu. Ravan too is a Shiv Bhakt. Ravan is said to have composed the Rudra Stotra and built a veena called the Rudra Veena, playing the Rudra Veena and singing the Rudra Stotra. He asks Shiv for a boon. He wants Shiv to go with him to Lanka. Shiv agrees on the condition that Ravan carry the Kailash Parvat there. Ravan lifts the Parvat but becomes conceited about his power, so Shiv presses the mountain down with his toe and traps Ravan. Here too he curses arrogance. In the Mahabharata, he appears as Kirat to meet Arjun. A wild boar attacks Arjun in the forest and he shoots it down. There are two arrows stuck in the boar, one of which could well be a tribal's, Kirat's. Arjun insists he has caught it. Kirat says it could be his, but Arjun doesn't care. He insists that he is a prince. At that, Kirat says, "You may be a prince in the palace, Not here in the jungle where you are merely a hunter. He challenges Arjun to a duel. In Kirat's Roop, Shiv defeats Arjun, who feels humiliated. This is similar to Hanuman meeting Bhim to teach him humility. Shiv is also a part of Amba's story. Amba wants to marry the king of Shalva but is abducted by Bhishma as a bride for his brother Vichitravirya. When Amba tells Bhishma about Shalva, he lets her go, but Shalva refuses to accept her because now she is impure. She goes back to Vichitravirya, who says he cannot take back something he is given away. She is caught in this matchup. Patriarchal culture and her life is ruined. So she goes to Shiv. He gives her a boon saying that in her next life she will become the cause of Bhim's death. Are Sita and Draupadi two forms of the same goddess? Both the Ramayana and the Mahabharata are associated with the Vaishnav, Shaiv and Shakta Paramparas. So Sita and Draupadi are considered Shakti's root. The Valmiki Ramayana was composed 2000 years ago. The Adhyatma and Adbhut Ramayans were written 500 years ago. Here Sita is seen as a roop of Shakti. A story goes that a thousand-headed Asur attacks Ayodhya and Sita defeats him almost like the goddess Kali. In this version, it is as though she allows Ram to defeat Ravan. She is Shakti and so strong. She could have defeated him herself. Draupadi is also considered a roop of Shakti, particularly in South India. In the Tamil Mahabharata, she takes Devi's roop and roams around in the forest at night. The Pandavas see her at night as Devi and get scared. She says she can defeat the Kauravas on her own, drink their blood, but she'll allow her husbands to do it to prove their Kshatriyanas. As they didn't save her during the Vastraharan, now is their chance to take revenge. Here Draupadi is revered as Shakti Amma. In both epics, Ram and the Pandavas pray to Durga before the war. Usually she is worshipped at the onset of spring, what is known as Vasanta Navratra. But the war in the Ramayana happened after monsoons, so Ram has the puja again in Sharad. So there are two Navratris, Vasant and Sharad, both to worship goddess Durga. So this is it for today and for this part also. I'll come back in my next video with part 26. Till then, keep listening beautiful stories and keep smiling.